Welcome to qnawire.
To determine if there is enough evidence to reject the research center's claim, we can perform a hypothesis test for the population proportion. And here's how we could set this up. We could say that the null hypothesis is that at most 50% of people believe that drivers should be allowed to use cell phones with hands-free devices while driving. At most would be less than or equal to 0.50. And the alternative hypothesis is that more than 50% believe this. We have a sample size of 150. The number in favor is 89. The significance level is 0.01. P hat then is 89 out of the 150. And so we can use a z-test for proportions. We calculate the test statistic, which is p hat minus p over the square root of p times 1 minus p over n. And so that would be 89 out of 150 minus 0.50 over the square root of 0.5 times 1 minus 0.5 over 150. And this calculates to 2.286, or 2.29 if you're using a table that only goes to the nearest hundredth. And then if we determine the critical value, this is a right-tailed test. So if we're using the significance of 0.01, that is 2.326, and our test statistic is not strong enough. Our confidence interval. So I'm already going to say there is not evidence to reject. I'll say not sufficient evidence to reject. All right, so the 99% confidence interval is the sample proportion plus or minus the critical z times p hat times 1 minus p hat over n, which is the 89 out of 150 plus or minus our critical z times our proportion times 1 minus our proportion over the sample size. Our lower boundary then would be from subtracting which would be 0.5000 to an upper boundary of 0.6866.